The crypto market is bleeding trillions as investors start imagining their worst fears. It's all because of the government shutdown. It's the ripple effect. Same thing happened with the Rona. We had to digest for years and years later the problems, and that's what's happening right now. ETFs are smashing records, but what about the price action? BTC is under 100,000 for its third time this month. XRP price, ETF action, along with Circle pumping and dumping.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
So do we all sail on aisle 5 or timber as BTC is below 95,000. XRP clings under that 220 mark while BNB is under 900. ETH goes under 3. I'm putting a ton of money into it. I told you not to chase stuff and that I'd have those chances. Now, before we get into the crypto news like the XRP ETF surprises, yeah, Canary Capital, my ass. You know the deal. We do your comments because you're the viewer of matter most. Not Bob says, yes, you called it. Circle in the pullback from no data. I was scratching my head over that pullback, but you explained it perfectly. Yes, the entire market, the global markets are going to pull back because we have zero data. It's like driving your car without a dashboard. You don't know what speed, you don't know your fuel, you don't know your RPMs, you don't know if you got any check engine lights on, and you ain't driving a 2002 Prius. You are driving a Bentley. A nasty Bentley on big rims. Rock Lobster says, man, being pre-rich is exhausting. Thanks for the news. Good, bad, happy, or sad. Well, today, kiddos, unfortunately, I got some bad news. Unless you got money to buy, and I've been telling everyone out there that I'm getting ready to jump into ETH big time if she breaches under 3. ETH, 3,075, down 12% in the last 24 hours. XRP down 10. 13% for Sol. What about the XRP Sol ADA strategic reserve by the United States government? That was a big nothing burger. Stablecoins got regs, and guess what? The alts didn't. Speaking of stablecoin regs, even Circle with their regs, pump and dump. Yep, it is now down to $80.21. And that thing was up at 300 not too long ago. Fear and greed? Lots of fear. 22 out of 100. Altcoin season index? Who cares if we're all red? But you know who does care? It's the exchanges. Volume sitting at almost $250 billion, up 40% to 245 billion in the last 24 hours. Since end of October, we have gone from 4 trillion in market cap, sliding that homeboy back on down to 3.23. Zoom out even further and you could see that. Look at this. We have lost $1 trillion in market cap in 1 month, everyone. October 6th sitting at $4.28 trillion. ETFs, oh, there's outflows, baby. We've got 1.1 billion in outflows recorded on the 12th, with BTC alone recording 868 million of that. The crypto market has lost 1 trillion and may lose another. Market cap has fallen by more than 6% in the last day to 3.23 trillion. Its lowest level since early July. That's right. We've erased all the hopium out there. In fact, look at this. Look at that. July 7th was the times we were at this level last. Now we've got Bitcoin falling below. You've got ETH falling. And guess what? You've got the odds for the Fed's rate cut falling as well, because guess what? No data. You got about a 50-50 chance of getting one more cut, and rates are high to begin with. So now you got BTC bleeding, you got ETH bleeding, you've even got, like I said, Circle bleeding heavily. This is not good, everyone. Now, in terms of where things are at, XRP is down 42% from all-time high. BTC down 25%. We haven't seen BTC down 25% from an all-time high. And remember, BTC touched new all-time highs in October. So massive pumperoni and dumperoni in the market. BTFs record 869 million in outflows amid price caution. New products, though, show promise. Yes, the new products do show promise, But if the overall market conditions are bad, well, you're going to have some bad numbers. BTC outflows surged to $869 million on the 13th, primarily due to heightened investor caution following Bitcoin's price below the 100,000 time. No, this is the third time in 1 month that we have seen this. Major products like Blackhawks, IBIT, and Fidelity's FBTC are experiencing significant redemptions. People are cashing them out. The ETF flows have closely mirrored BTC's price movements. And guess what, everyone? We've got more bleeding happening. But stables are overtaking daily transactions of Visa. Why are stables doing so good? Because they got the regs. See, the United States government put stablecoin regs out because stablecoins are backed essentially by U.S. debt. So no wonder they passed that legislation. Stablecoins have crossed the 3.1 trillion in daily transactions. You heard me correctly. 3.1 trillion in daily transactions, surpassing Visa and nearing US ACH volumes. Their market cap is top 300 billion as they rapidly evolve into a programmable payment layer. Stablecoins have quietly crossed a major milestone, and it could be the moment that pushes blockchain deeper into everyday finance. A new Binance report shows that stablecoins are now blowing the doors open. 3.1 trillion in daily transactions, surpassing Visa and sitting just behind the 7.3 trillion handled by U.S. automated clearinghouse systems, ACHs. This kind of scale comes alongside sharp jumps in market size. Since 2020, stablecoins have grown rapidly. And by October 2025, their total market cap, $300 billion. Why? They got regs. But circling their IPO as stablecoin provider, what? Pumperoni and Dumperoni. Look at that. From the launch in early June to its heights in late June, it has since clawed way back onto the depths of hell. Yeah, told you, I don't chase stuff, and this is the reason. XRP ETF's day one performance surprises traders on the NASDAQ. Here's its price performance. Did that surprise people? Because guess what? You're going to have more red up on the screen as in pre-market trading. We've got red already. The fund generated $26 million in trading volume within the first 30 minutes. And again, who makes money on the volume? The exchanges and Canary Capital. Despite the compelling first day XRPC's initial volume, it still fell short compared to the launches of BTC and ETH spot ETFs, which saw 4.1 billion, 1.1 billion. Essentially saying, look, juicy product for the alts, but not as big as BTC and ETH. Even so, XRPC has outperformed all funds launched this year, roughly 900 in total. Wow, that's good. But again, do you care about the ETF fund if the price is that far down? ETF debuts with 58 million record volume, strong investor demand ahead. I get that. But again, that's people spewing hopium. Because you do have BTC ETFs, and now BTC is bleeding nasty. You got Sol ETFs. Sol is down 12.6%. Yes, it takes time for the ETF effect to take hold. But right now, this is a big shit sandwich. Look at XLM clinging on to 25 cents. Come on now. ETF, nothing shit burger. The XRP ETF represents a pivotal advancement in cryptocurrency investment vehicles, allowing investors to gain exposure to XRP without directly holding the asset. That's part of the problem too. We want people to directly hold the asset. It launched with an impressive 58 million in first day volume, making Canary Capital money in the exchange it's listed on. Ooh. But again, the price sucks. And in fact, XRP's price was running up as the House was getting ready to approve the action, and then she took a big dumperoni. For the week, yeah, we're still up, but that's because we had some bad sell-off action a week ago. You go to the 1 day, and that's what you get. Now, volume is up 34% to almost 8 billion. So again, exchanges are making money off of people trading XRP. Zoom out to the month, and what do you notice? Pumperoni and dumperoni, pumperoni and dumperoni, to the tune of almost 20% swings. And you know players are playing those swings. What's 20% on $10 million? That's $2 million. Add another zero in there, $100 million, that's $20 million. So you know players are playing the pumps and dumps with XRP. And again, the market is freaking out because we might not get regs. We have no data right now. The CPI data is not really going to be too accurate. Housing, job market, all that kind of stuff. So now you've got global economies driving without any dashboard. So they're going to be way cautious. Hence the big shifting in the odds of the Fed. Now, we could still get a rate cut on December. I'm not saying it's off the table completely, but the odds have shrunk, just like XRP's price action. But yet all the bros say, oh, buy the rumor, buy the news. Why is XRP down today? Is it the sell the news event to blame? Come on. But you got the knob gobblers out here saying, oh, the first ever XRP ETF, and the numbers are impressive. Dude, we care about price. Even the people that own the ETF are like, yo, fuck, this sucks, man. We bought this shit almost at 27 bucks, and now we're down almost like 15%. This sucks balls. So the knob gobblers and socials can say whatever they want about XRP and its breakout, its blowout. But if the global economy sucks, and if we don't have any gauges to tell us what the global economy is doing, money is going to be cautious. And you're seeing that right now. And if we don't get regs, well, guess what? Stablecoins are going to keep printing billions and billions and billions. Making companies billions and billions and billions. Because they got the regs. And the alts don't. And now we got to worry that Congress isn't going to work on the alts, because it would be a bad look to get crypto regs before you figure out funding for the government. Yeah, that's not a good look. And I told you not to chase and you'd be rewarded. And guess what? If you chase the action on that Circle stock, well, guess what? Getting back into the buying zone. And if crypto keeps doing what it's doing, it's going to go way into the buy zone. Look at BTC and ETH. Bleeding out heavily, both ETF-wise along with price-wise. And I even said, hey, look, ETH under 3, and people made fun of me. Bro, ETH isn't going to go under 3 again. I think ETH was like 3,500 when I said that. And I'm like, look, the United States government finds ways to screw everything up. And here they've screwed it up yet again. Yes, they got the government open, but we're going to be battling this again at the end of January, which means what? More heated debates. Yay, good, good, good. That's going to really screw up the economy. And guess what? It looks like the Senate was shut down for so long that regs might not even happen. Heck, a whole bunch of legislation that's on the books might not happen because they're going to come back mid-December to start debating this. So checking out Garmin right now, we basically have a month to get regs through, and that's it. So that's why the crypto market's freaking out. It's realizing now that, yo, the damage may have been done. So what does this mean? Well, it means that if you're patient, I keep telling you, be patient, don't chase, you're going to be able to gobble up things at a discount. And what do I also tell you? Crypto is about pumps and dumps, girlfriend. I've got long-term bags, which I just add to, and short-term ones, which I play these pumps and dumps all the time. And, oh, this bag is doing good. This bag, it's okay. But this one, yeah, see, it's pumps and dumps with no regs, ETF problems, inflation problems, FOMC meeting uncertainty. The whole world right now is taking a bite out of the poop sandwich. And I told you, there will be opportunities, but you got to be smart about it. You can't be emotional about this. Have your targets and stick to it. I said when the Circle IPO launched, I had a price target. And within like the first day, we blew way past it. And I was like, look, I'm not chasing this thing. And you know what? I'm glad I didn't, because if you looked at the Circle chart, oh, the majority of holders now are in the red. The over, like what, 90-something, 95, 96, 97% of Circle holders are in the red. I told you, don't chase. Speaking of chasing, I got lots to do today. Why? Because it's Friday. I'm going to take my wife out. A little bit of appreciation wife time. I'm also going to do a little shopping. Just throwing it out there. Maybe they have a good deal at PSA. Who knows? Who knows? Either way, the market is on sale. Sale aisle 5, baby. Choo-choo what? Well, choo-choo, we don't know what the economy is doing because we don't have any gauges. We don't have any reports. We don't know what's happening with jobs. We don't know what's happening with housing. We don't know what's happening with inflation. So guess what? Outflows. Sales. Do you got the dry powder? Choo-choo what? Choo-choo bitches.